All right, welcome everyone to another SIS tutorial as we get ready to post final grades for our 9th through 11th graders coming up soon. I wanted to make everybody aware of a few things. Number one, the student contact log is actually functional in SIS. So to use that, you would simply click on a student's picture here in your attendance view. This is the home seating chart view, and you would click log student contact, and from here you would put a contact date, the time person contacted. So we'll just say mother. What was the outcome? You left a message, you made contact, you did whatever, and you could say call mom about student grade. She says she will make him do more work. All right. And then you hit log contact. Now, up until recently, that didn't seem to go anywhere, but now you actually can see it. Eventually, there will be a tab in the student menu. When you click on a student, there will eventually be a student contact log tab here. But for now, the way to see it is to click on reports, and you are going to find this report, student contact log list. So clicking on that will generate a PDF document, and that actually shows you all the contacts you've made in that particular class. So in this case, I reached out to Victory's mother, and you can see where all of that information was recorded. So you do have access to that now if you want to see the different student contacts. You really can't edit it at the moment, but if there was an issue, you can always put in a new entry. So when we're talking about doing student contact logs, that's how we're doing that through SIS. As far as report cards go, I did want to remind everybody about how report cards need to be posted, especially for underclassmen. Um, as you can see here, we have the fourth quarter no marks and then the final marks for every student. And you're going to need to consult the either the grade spreadsheet that I shared with you earlier. It's in the P drive in the reports folder. And you need to compare the semester grade to the current final mark, which is the third quarter or average of all 3 quarters. So you can also do that through SIS by unchecking this box to only show postable periods. And this allows you to see their semester grade and now their overall grade. So I'm going to go and shrink this a little bit so that we can see both on the screen at the same time. You'll notice that this particular student has a B as a semester grade and then a C plus as a final mark. So we need to change that grade. And this one over here has a B plus as a semester grade and then a B as an overall grade. So we're going to have to go and adjust those things. So I'm going to go ahead and change my view. Now to do these things, you're going to need to edit them in the final mark category here. So you're going to click edit final grades and comments in the final mark section. And as you can see, we've got Tristan, who has a current grade of a C plus, but we know that we have to make it at least a B plus. Same thing with Rainey over here. So under final grade, you're going to click a drop down and you're going to change it to what the grade should be. In this case, we're going to keep it as a B plus, which was the semester grade. Now, Rainey's case, let's say Rainey got a B plus, so we're going to put that in there. However, Rainey did a lot of work during distance learning. Well, one of the things that you can do is actually give it one of those one bump up, but you're actually bumping up the best grade. So in theory, you actually could make it as much as an A minus. So the B plus would have been the semester grade. And if Rainey did a lot of work during fourth quarter during distance learning, then you can go ahead and actually bump it up even more to go from a B plus to an A minus. So those are the grades that I have to change manually. So you'll notice that there's a post button here, but we're not going to use it. We're instead going to save the changes. And we're going to go back to the main report card screen. So this is actually where you will post your grades. Now, one thing I do want everyone to keep in mind is that when you are posting underclassmen grades, that senior grades have already been done. So if you have classes that have a few seniors in them, you need to uncheck their boxes. So I don't want to post senior grades. I only want underclassmen grades right now. So you're going to go ahead and uncheck all the boxes for your seniors. So that only the underclassmen are checked off. So when you're ready to go and you're ready to post, you will click post from the main report card screen, and it's going to go ahead and post them. And one of the things you will notice is that now the changed grade, the B plus for Tristan, is here. The A minus that was left, that was the overall average. We were good with it. And then we have the A minus here that we also adjusted. So those are now the posted grades. The calculated average is here, and that stays there. But really, what you see in the blue bold grade here is what has been posted. So as long as that's what you want that student to have, you're good to go. The other thing you'll notice that you don't have to touch fourth quarter at all. When you post from this screen, it will actually post from here. You may get a little warning. It may say you're posting for multiple grade periods. You're going to click OK. Sometimes you get that warning. I just posted. I did not. I don't really know what prompts it. Just click OK and move on, and you're all good. So that's really it as far as the actual posting of grades. Don't forget that you will also want to archive grades, and you do that through the gradebook screen here. And you can click on reports. And instead of a detailed progress report, you're going to be like print grade book. And you're going to run for the current class. And it will make a printout of your grade book. So you can't run it for all classes right now. You will have to do this individually for each of your classes, but at least the option is there. This also only runs it for the current quarter. So you will, if you're archiving, have to go back to first quarter and do it that way. If you're doing a rolling grade book, obviously you're only going to print a progress report for third quarter and you'll be done. So talk a little more about the archiving a little later, but that's how you'd go ahead and get the archive of your grades at the moment generated. So that's about it. I hope this tutorial was helpful. And yeah, happy posting, everybody.